What up, YouTube? Here with another video this week. Last week I ended a series of videos, and the last video was Peak of a Sprinter. It's right there. If you didn't check it out, please go check it out. This week I'm gonna start a whole new series of videos on basically just still talking about sprinters, but talking about how or explaining how it relates to different sports. But this video I'm gonna focus on jumps and what I use jumps, or how I use jumps to develop my athletes. And the athlete that is on your screen right now is Ervin Saladino. Has a ton of videos on YouTube. A world champion long jumper, just an amazing long jumper. The thing that I picked up on him, or picked up watching him, is just how relaxed he is down the runway. His sprint technique is just relaxed. It's smooth. His posture, position, all those wonderful things as he gets off the board. It's insane to watch, and I enjoy that. So what did I do? I tried to find everything that I could of him on YouTube, and I actually did find a video of his training and just some of the things that he does or did at that time. I believe he's retired now. And that, what I was looking to do with my athletes is develop them and have them understand, it's hard to go out and sprint every day. Duh, some athletes can only sprint hard maybe twice a week. But I was trying to develop different things of posture, position, and I needed to be creative when it came to drills. So watching jumpers is great. And watching how if you can track them, you can watch their development. That's even better. So you can learn so much about, I always relate, like, my athletes do this. A lot of what I was dealing with at the time when I found Ervin Saladino training videos, I was dealing with a lot of athletes who just couldn't hold position, whose core wasn't strong enough, who just weren't strong enough in general. So how do I develop things without going outside and just saying sprint faster, sprint faster, sprint faster? I got it. I watch jumpers, and not only obviously long jumpers, I watch triple jumpers as well. If you don't know this athlete, Rojas, I mean, she's a world record holder in both indoor and outdoor. Rojas is 6'4", a 6'4" woman athlete, amazing sprint technique. I mean, you would assume you would have to have amazing sprint technique to get down the track or get down the runway and jump to a world record. And a lot of what, being 6'4", especially on the female side, a lot of times what I've recognized with athletes who are taller, it's a little knock kneeism and different things. So I didn't focus on the knock knee or anything with, seeing how she developed or trying to find coaches and see how, if she was knock kneed or dealing with just growing tall fast. I don't know how she, I don't know her layers of how old she was and what the height she was. But this is what I did know. I was like, she has great back integrity, posture, position as she's getting down the runway. And that was what I wanted to develop with a lot of my young athletes getting down the track. Running down the track and develop. So what did I develop, or what did I do? I focus on just leg stiffness and muscle stiffness as well. So a lot of jumps, a lot of different things that I would do with the athletes, but it was really focused on how to contact the ground, or how to be on the ground, and how to get off the ground, and how to stay stiff. The biggest thing with young athletes that is very noticeable is, this is a simple thing that I'm going to say, but I ain't going to say it's very complicated, but it's somewhat complicated as you're trying to correct it. It's athletes, what they do with their eyes. Jumping, running, a lot of athletes chin back, their chin goes way back when they run, or they put their head forward or duck their head forward as if that makes them faster. Those are some of the things I've noticed with just young athletes, that they always wanted to put their eyes in places, or, when they're looking down the track, their head's back. And I'm like, put your head down. And all the time, and a lot of times that didn't work. So a lot of the drills that I would do, I would definitely cue and coach their eyes as well. Like, look this certain way, because if you're jumping, it's, if you want to dunk a basketball, you have to look up to where the rim is. Most athletes jump and they put their eyes down, and it changes the integrity of their spine. So as they're changing the integrity of their spine, there's what we call, or what I say leakage. I always say that you're leaking out. Try to stay posture positions. Try to stay strong. Try to stay as we're doing drills, I don't do that as a running, but as we're doing drills, I just cue them over and over in those things, because it's very important that athletes understand how to stay upright and eyes forward, or eyes in the direction you're going. If anybody has ridden a motorcycle before, you have to look in the direction you're going, or you obviously will, you go the opposite way. It's like you're turning this way and then you're looking this way. So it doesn't work that way. So teaching their eyes is extremely important when it comes to jumping. And as jumpers, as triple jumpers, and long jumpers and high jumpers, there's places you can gauge your eyes. And I've heard people in the long jump, or heard coaches, I'm sorry, say in the long jump, look at the board, and I've heard some coaches say, look past the pit. I can't say which one is right and which one is wrong. It's really, if the athlete likes looking down, looking at the board and it works, perfect. If an athlete likes looking beyond the pit and they're reaching the angles, then even better. So there's no one size fits all, but here's what one size I believe fits all. It's developing force and sprint technique. And that's why I encourage all athletes to run track, because there's different events you can do and you can learn different skill sets. And the skill sets are extremely important for who you want to be as an athlete, period. I don't care what sport you play. The other thing and why I focus on jumps and, like a high jump, triple jump, long jump, is because I try to get my athletes to do everything, because I was developing a coordination movement, precision movement, where they understand, to get over a bar, high jump, or get down a runway, some of the cues and some of the things that we've been working on as we go through drills, we would apply those things as they're getting down the runway. A lot of times athletes have different, beautiful, interesting techniques about things, but doing track and field is so amazing because there's so many things, especially when you're at a young age. Long jump, all those things are important. Why are they important? Because you're applying a different skill set and developing a different neurological pattern of how to get through things and solve problems with your body. Coordination with the body and understand how the brain and the body is connected is important for anyone, but definitely as athletes. Especially track athletes and I can say football players, everything, but we're going to do a video about them later. So like always, I bring in a conscious part to my video. The conscious part about this is I'm not trying to be right. I'm trying to be effective. So what was I doing with my athletes? I was focused on being effective. Being right was irrelevant to accomplishing the goal that I want. And I believe I accomplished the goal because a lot of my athletes, if they stayed consistent through the program, they developed a tremendous amount. Like I always say, staying erect and posture integrity, and again, training the eyes and different things. So how do we relate that to life? It's the same concept. You stop trying to focus on what's right, and if we can focus on what's effective, we develop and we learn more. Because I've struggled with the thing of always being right, doing things right. And I'm still learning that it's not about being right. I just want to be effective, and effective as a human being, a father, husband, coach, all those things, and, just be a better person. So again, we have not reached our true potential as human beings. Conscious Athlete came about so we can do some of those things, reach our true potential, or at least start to reach our true potential in many different areas that we didn't perceive. So until next time, peace out, YouTube. Hey folks, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Oh yeah, hit that bell, so you can know more about Swift Sundays.